Hello, I hope you had a beautiful day. In this video I would like to highlight Dungeons 4. At this point, people that are interested in these kinds of games should know the Dungeons series. It kind of involves step by step. Dungeons 3 was in theory the best of the series, but by gameplay terms, I mean it was a little more complex and stuff like that, like the others. But it still had a lot of flaws and was just very boring at times, sadly. That's just my personal opinion. People's opinions might differ, obviously, so I'm not hating on the game or anything. I think you could have a very good time with it, but sometimes it just felt very slow and also very repetitive, let's be honest. I think the biggest problem with the Dungeon series and their attempt to copy Dungeon Keeper.
Tanya set about destroying the last remaining heroes. Amongst
Just a
others,
sec.
her stepbrother Tristan.
As the narrator is the really by far best part, and like the dialogues in this series. That's why I enjoyed it, dialogues basically. But the one thing that the developers never understood, in my opinion, about the huge difference between their games and actual Dungeon Keeper is that Dungeon Keeper had this thing called RNG, meaning your army was random number generated. Obviously it was related to the tech buildings you have in, but you could not control what units you were getting. So you had different outcomes on the same map over and over and over again at some point. I mean, you could make buildings, rooms bigger and stuff, and influence that you get more of this kind of monster, but that only worked to a certain degree. Like, in example, I had in Dungeon Keeper missions where I built gigantic libraries and still only had one freaking mage the whole stupid run and couldn't really, like, research and or develop anything, and failed miserably. Second try I get like 10 mages and nothing else, and also failed miserably because I didn't have any text. But just as an example, let's focus on Dungeons 4 again. I think hopefully they made a step up yet again and added some more interesting stuff. Let's go.
Once upon a time, long ago in, hell, well, you know the rest, the absolute evil had, in the fabulous predecessor to this game, taken over the entire overworld with its creatures. Now it spent its time on debauched parties and... Wait a minute. The entire overworld? No! One small village of indomitable heroes still held out against the invaders. The unamused evil was beside itself with rage. But all this was about to change once and for all, because the remote controlling evil sent its most vicious general into the field, the dark elf Talia. Talia, also known from the fabulous predecessor, came back from her vacation in a thoroughly good mood. Before that, she had defeated her foster father, the paladin Tanos. This fact is important to note. For this last remaining village of heroes was protected by none other than Tristan, foster son of Tanos and Talia's stepbrother. This proud warrior in shining, his handsome heroic chest accentuating armor, was the last glimmer of hope for the forces of good. Talia, who had fully embraced
this is a very meaningful story.
Wait to
Just
really
that
kick her
you know.
stepbrother's ass. And so our story begins. The last defenders of good were fighting for their survival. This seemed to be the perfect time for Tristan to make his appearance, the last mighty hero of the good races.
My brothers! In your eyes I see the same fear that would lead me to despair. The day may come when the courage of true heroes is extinguished, when we abandon our companions and all bonds of friendship are broken. But that day is still far off. Stand fast, heroes of the West!
And with those familiar-sounding words, Tristan charged into battle to the cheers of his men. The heroes of good had managed to capture some of the evil creatures. Nevertheless, it was more than questionable whether a few minor victories and a brilliant speech could do anything against the absolute evil's armies. A storm of darkness and gloom descended, heralding the arrival of Talia, the absolute evil's general. This entrance not only panicked the defenders of good, but also seemed to strengthen the creatures of evil.
Hey, I'm back! Time to kick a little hero butt. Forward, creatures! Show me what you can do! Punch 'em smack dab in the mouth! Smash 'em in the face! Oh, and just as a precaution, get me my handbook of worn-out third-rate catchphrases. Ha! If my eyes don't deceive me, that's my stupid stepbrother Tristan over there too, just waiting for me to lovingly put his head on a spear. Ha! Today is gonna be a good day.
Talia seemed to be very sure of victory. Some might find this puzzling, as it was the beginning of a long new campaign. But okay, maybe the rest of the missions are nothing but a string of debauched victory celebrations. Who knows?
Ah, we will find out, I guess. Well, at the moment this looks it reminds me a lot of Dungeons 3. Maybe the graphic is a little bit improved, but it also
massacre you.
looks very similar.
If I can just remember how that works again.
Fortunately, Talia's instincts took over at this point, something which wannabe pro gamers often refer to as auto-attack. Talia also remembered that she had a few skills that she could invoke whenever she felt like it.
Oh, right! Boom! That's how it's done.
Yeah, where was I? Okay, basically, why? I mean, don't get me wrong here. I just want to name some reasons why this game never felt just as good as Dungeon Keeper, even though Dungeon Keeper is way older and, in theory, technically, less sophisticated. Let's just say it like that.
Talia's mighty storm once again stood at her disposal.
It kinda, I know, it also came down to those little flare sequences after and before those missions that were really funny in Dungeon Keeper. The Xenomorph or Polymorph, where you could go into your minions and control them yourself, which was sometimes very useful, and even though it was very rudimentary and kinda ugly to look at, was very helpful, and also a nice game mechanic addition in sense of game mechanic.
Sure. Creatures, time to punch the do-gooders right in the kisser.
Yep. They still don't have an attack.
Punch them in the face, kick them in the shins, break their belt buckles so they trip on their pants.
Yes. Very inspiring.
Totally. And yeah, just the little nuances, I don't know. I really always would love to have loved the Dungeon series, because I felt like it was the closest to a predecessor or like
Talia had reached the
follow up
center
the
of
Dungeon
battle.
Keeper,
With another
but
brilliant speech, she goaded her
I know
creatures on
it always
one more
kind of
time.
fell short in
Another
its ideas.
speech? Oh. Ding dong, the hero's dead. That okay?
Honestly, I don't know if I can work with you like this. After Talia's
dialogues were
words,
top-notch
the
always, so-
creatures surged forward and flocked to their linguistically under-talented leader, or would like to, but the defenses on the left and right flanks made progress impossible. Talia had to destroy them in order to receive further support.
Our army is a little bit split up, but
left
this is
defensive
basically a
flank could
tutorial,
no
so
longer
we should be
withstand
good
the
anyhow.
bitching evils
Think Talia can kill all of them alone, basically. What are you guys doing? Wait for the rest. Please. Okay, maybe kill these
The
quickly.
hero's defense collapsed on the right flank. The monstrous evils creatures flocked to Talia.
Excellent. I can always use more cannon fodder. I mean, loyal subordinates.
Is there anything we can do here? No. Thought we might be able to control it. Oh, where are you coming from? I take those and this one. Let's get our jolly band of misfits here. And yeah, Also, I should mention the game is made in Unity, and if you know what happened recently or got the story, those developers might not be too happy about the choice to build this game in Unity. But obviously, at this stage of development, it's way too late to do anything about that.
Hasta la vista, hero boy.
Yeah, one big problem I also always kind of dislike in ones. It's very hard to do any micro in these battles because it's
Talia,
just so cluttered
stepsister,
and
You
chaotic.
dare to show your face here after killing our foster father?
Yeah. Is that a trick question? You can see I'm here. Thanos deserved what he got. And I thought to myself, hey, like father, like son.
You will pay for your deeds, sister. The light will protect me.
Maybe I have to select healing manually.
Sister,
But let's
turn
say
from
Talia
evil and come back to the side
and
of
give him a
good.
little tentacle
See the power of light.
power.
With these words, Tristan was bathed in a golden light that seemed to protect him. As if that were not troublesome enough, a number of magical portals opened at the same time.
As if this wasn't dragging on way too long already. Can't we just jump straight to the point where I greedily take over the world? Forward, creatures! Smash the portals! Flatten that magic junk! Pull the plug!
My brothers! In your eyes, I see the same fear that would lead me to despair. The day may come when the courage of true heroes is extinguished.
It's always good to
When we
go for the
abandon
ranged
our
units. They do
companions and
way more
all
damage than
bonds
the
of
melee
friendship
ones.
are broken.
It's basically tanks.
But that day is
Too.
still far
Yeah, the
off.
tank rope, yeah.
Stand fast!
I mean, what should I
Heroes
be
of the
explaining here?
West!
Everybody
Oh,
knows the
didn't
drill.
you spout that same bullshit earlier? In exactly the same words.
No, not at all. I am known for my brilliant speeches, wicked stepsister.
I seem to remember that whenever you were supposed to speak in front of the class, we had to get a mop.
You'll pay for that. Onward, faithful! Destroy the evil!
All the magical portals had been destroyed, and with them, Tristan's shield went up in
Sadly, I
smoke.
wasted my
That's
skill when
the
he
way
was
I like it.
invulnerable.
Now, where were we? Oh, yeah.
I really wish this game had an
was
attack
just
move.
about to kick my stepbrother's butt.
And it's like one thing I also always kind of dislike. It's not a real RTS and it's not real
It doesn't
Dungeon
have to
Keeper.
end
I
this
mean,
way. Join
what
me.
are you?
Together we can still save the world.
Oh, can't you
But the
just
narration
die
and everything else
sorry
was
for the
always top notch,
embarrassing
and that's what kept me
melodrama?
playing at very least. These fights often drag out unpurposely.
Talia, this isn't the end. We'll meet again.
And I say unpurposely because we will lose all of our troops anyhow again for the next
With
mission,
these
so
words, Tristan quickly created a portal and threw himself
Could have just
through
killed
it
him quicker.
with the last
No.
of his strength. The portal closed again behind him.
Treachery, fraud, cheater! This was supposed to be my victory! And what the hell kind of glove is that anyway? Looks to me like game design forgot to balance the thing properly.
Maybe
definitely.
the people in charge were still too captivated by your great speech. It brought tears to my eyes too, however, not of emotion.
As if the bird brains these evil creatures have needed grand speeches. A few skulls to bash in, and the social calendar for the evening is filled.
Well, each to their own. But apparently, Tristan had suffered a mishap, as the aforementioned magic glove still lay in the place where it was last used. It would seem that he had accidentally lost it.
Wonderful. This thing is just what I need. Très chic. I'll, just grab that right away.
And so our story begins.
Well, obviously just a tutorial,
Tristan had
nothing too
managed to
challenging.
give Talia the slip, but she had been able to capture his magic glove. The Gauntlet of Finitude, a fabled artifact. Unfortunately, UI overlays don't work in cutscenes, so Tanya couldn't read just exactly what the glove did.
Sad. Poor Talia.
Nevertheless, she proudly presented it to the absolute evil in its form as the Dungeon Lord. And so misfortune took its course, because at the same time, Talia wanted to demonstrate how loudly she could snap her fingers. But this snap, which would go down in the history books as the Dungeon Lord snap, unleashed horrific forces that were discharged into the Dungeon Lord himself. As Talia rose to her feet, the gauntlet had disappeared, and the Dungeon Lord lay dying. Viewers often began to cry at this point, because it made them think back to the last really good superhero movie.
Yeah, I'm fine, thank you.
Talia mourned for about 5 seconds. Talia had shattered the realms of good and served them onto the absolute evil on a silver platter, while it had actually done nothing at all. So Talia now became the absolute ruler. She had no clue about how to rule, but more than made up for it with hubris and consistently ignoring glaring problems.
That's what good rulers
In
do.
addition, she surrounded herself with a staff of incompetent advisors.
Better call Snow.
What could possibly go wrong? 10 minutes later, Tristan had captured Talia, locked her in a cage, and put the armies of absolute evil to flight. And so the story ends. We'll tell you how the story continues in overpriced microtransaction bites.
Oh, how nice of them.
Oh, wait, wrong script. That's a different developer. Hang in there, I've almost got it.
Well, they do a lot of DLC.
The unused essence of absolute evil continued to float through the ether. It wasn't about to admit defeat that easily, but for evil to triumph once again, it needed Talia back, for better or for worse. And so the swirling essence of absolute evil set about commanding the perplexed-looking chaotic hordes and freeing Talia. Hammer time! Round 2. The essence of absolute evil held the horde together and rose to the challenge of vicious dwarven engineering.
Tristan! Let me out of this damned cage, you stupid little good elf. Otherwise, I'll have a hard time wringing your scrawny neck. What the hell do you want from me anyway?
Talia, stepsister, your deplorable deeds must not go unpunished. You have slain our foster father Thanos, a blasphemous affront to our goddess, whom you, to top it all off, have also slain. But we will have plenty of time to argue on our journey. I am here for the stone. Brynhild, if you please.
You know you can, you little cutie. Oi! Go on, you lazy lot. Get that destroyer of worlds class hammer going.
Oh, they're gonna hammer us. That might hurt.
Talia had been captured. Only the bubbling around the place essence of absolute evil could save her. It was amusing to leave Talia in the clutches of her brother. But on the other hand, without her help, the shapeless evil would probably just roam the countryside as a disembodied something or other, and at best be hired for third-rate horror movies. Fortunately, a forgotten dungeon heart lying in the underground could quickly be reactivated. Together with the creatures of the Horde, it would be easy to smash the do-gooder heroes there to smithereens. The wafting evil had to get rid of that dwarven contraption on the overworld, as it posed a threat to the underground, and with it the dungeon heart. It was therefore necessary to build a mighty dungeon, or rather, to have one built, because as a wafting essence, the disembodied evil could not do much itself.
This is the part I like the most for sure. The building and planning out your dungeon and stuff like that. Well, most of the time I also like to refer to this game as Dungeon Keeper's little bratty sister. Sometimes annoying, but very funny. Where's actually our build menu? Ah, that's a little misplaced. Oh, do I need to research the treasury? Oh yeah. Oh. Not even the treasury is a given. This seems a little bit simplified than before. Am I imagining this? Obviously want to spawn some more of those little snorts.
The gold-hungry
To
evil
get
had
the-
bought a treasury. The
I
meager
think I got the
amount
maximum
stored in
amount.
the
Okay,
throne room
never mind.
was simply not even close to enough.
Got the
for
working
a
speed up,
proper
I was about
gold
to say.
bath.
Well, then just try to get the basic stuff, I guess. Oh yeah, I can unlock little snots. Okay, I got the treasury. They are building the connection. Let's get the gobbler farm to make sure our folks get some food. I always love to build gigantic in these games, but I guess I might not be having enough gold if I do so right now. So let's just let them swing their axes a little longer. And once they got that, I will start placing the buildings. Oh, I should have placed the treasure here. Crap. Well, never mind. I can do another treasury. I didn't realize it's a large vein. Should have realized that it was yellow. Oh, no, my god, now I'm building a wrong building. What are you doing? No, please not, guys. Please not. We're doing a treasure right over here. Okay, you know what? Just make this the gobbler farm. Why didn't they? Wasn't it already marked? I don't know, maybe it was just oh yeah, probably was just a tip by the game. Do it over here. But no sir, we shall do our own thing. Okay, there's also a gold vein over here. I guess that's why they wanted to place it right there. But that's not how we roll. I really want to get that snot upgrade. God, it's just working faster? Huh. Really, it's just an upgrade for the slab. That's disappointing. Oh. What happened to the slab? It's weak and... Man. I'm not for violence against little snots, but that's a little
Here, delicious
weak
gobblers were raised
of a
to
slab.
serve as food for the horde.
Not very impressive. At the moment I'm really uncertain about this. It's actually... I don't know what it is, but it feels... different than Dungeons 3. In a not too positive way, sadly. Yeah, obviously, yeah, I should have gone with the hideout first. Doesn't make much sense. In that order. But just for good measure, I want to place another treasury right here. Because that will save me a lot of time. But they must not farm from it right now. I think 12... Is this actually okay? What? Back in the days, I'm pretty sure in Dungeon 3 you were building the snots and they were just popping up. This is not good. Because I really like to have very many. At least 30. Because otherwise it always felt so freaking slow if you want to do something. I don't know. I actually feel this is a little bit worse than Dungeon 3. I might be a bit confused in my memory, but this feels worse than Dungeon 3.
You have unearthed the army raising evil had recruited its first creature. A bit underwhelming considering that it was sitting on the throne of the gods a short time ago. But fresh starts are never easy. The sheltering evil had built a hideout for the horde's creatures. These could henceforth build themselves a place to rest there. The evilest evil could use the hand of terror, not only to intervene, but also to lend its little snots the impetus they needed by giving them a spirited slap.
Let's try to see if there's anything interesting hidden somewhere on the edges of the map. That's how I always like to do it. Just some random digging orders. There's only one entrance in case something goes very bad. You might be still able to survive. I mean, it's nothing they need to be doing quick. It's just over time they should be checking out this whole area if possible. Seems to be a lot of walls though, for whatever reason. I know that's two entrances already.
You have unearthed a new area in the dungeon.
Oh, maybe it was. Okay, maybe it was just my bad. Ah, there's something here. No, okay. Let's see. I will find out probably. Maybe there's water or something. What did you find? Okay. Ah, this one. Probably. There's still a lot of gold lying around. So I think we are fine in that regard. What is this? Okay. Let's get all those creatures and that stuff and okay, I guess that means it's a maximum upgrade for this one. Okay, I get 3 more little slots. Okay, these dungeon upgrades give me more slots. That's sad. That's definitely simplification towards the mechanics. Oh, compared to the mechanics as they were before. Sorry, not native English. You know, sometimes I need to make up my mind what I actually are trying to say and find the right words for it.
A new area has been unearthed in the dungeon.
Nice. What are these rooms though? Are those hideouts? Nah, looks way different. Leveling up your creatures. I mean, it's pretty much, I guess, the same as before. I admittedly have not read that. But I would assume highly that it's the same as before. Just let them fight. Have I unlocked those? I'm not sure. Guys, we need some money. What is happening? Step it up.
The attitude adjusting evil had struck one of its little snots. Frightened, the creature squealed and set to work even faster.
You lazy snot.
Payday! Creatures are collecting their pay.
Oh, we barely got money in treasure. Hopefully they're okay with that. It's not a problem, right? You guys don't need money. That also was not the first slap. I'm way more even than the game makes me look. Okay, you cannot even connect rooms like that anymore? What? It's the same type of room. It's the same type of room. I don't get this. That does not make much sense. I don't know. This really seems to be worse than Dungeon 3.
How long is this
In a lot of
thing
regards.
going to take,
Game mechanic wise.
Snookums and I weren't planning on dying of old age here.
I sure hope not, because I have a whole different set of plans for just how you lot are gonna die here.
The detestable evil had earned some delicious evilness. Excellent things could be done with it, such as exploring new stuff. However, first, a place had to be found where the evilness could be stored. the absolute evil quickly built a vault of evilness. A new area of the dungeon has been discovered.
Okay. That is new, I think. Is it? Or is it just mana, respectively? Or magic? Was it also evilness before? I'm so confused right now. Let's just get that workshop. Why is this yellow? Or maybe because it's open? I don't know.
The hard work allowed...
Oi! Something dug into my little gold mine. Yeah! And it had to be stinking orcs, whose skulls are at best used as toilet paper holders in the lavatory. Okay, boys! Tear this joint to the ground!
Dwarves had opened a passage into the dungeon. The little snots immediately executed Order 67, as they had been instructed to do by Talia in such a case, which meant that they ran through the dungeon with their arms flapping wildly. At the same time, they opened the secret trap cache, so that the tricky evil could give the dwarves a very warm welcome.
I'm not exactly sure with all of these traps how they are supposed to be placed, or with some of these traps. Let's stop the work over here. I guess the heroes should be coming from here somewhere. Oh, they're already at the dungeon. I totally missed
Your
that.
throne room is under attack.
Ah, we're fine.
A
They're already
hero
dead.
died in one of the cruel evil's traps.
Where did that one actually come from? I want explanations. And I want them now.
Oi! Did you little honey buns
Oh, you
get your
always
little
gets me.
baby bottles? Or how did you manage to lose to a bunch of lousy orcs? But fine. We still have some reinforcements here. Reinforcements?
I don't know if they will go this way,
Obviously,
but
the
we
danger
could
from the dwarves
try.
had not yet been neutralized. Luckily, the little snots had made a few traps in their spare time, and they were
Let's
only too
try
happy
to
to make
close
available
this
to
way
the
off.
all-consuming evil.
And then put more traps over here. I'm not sure how this one is supposed to be placed. Requires an adjacent wall. Okay. But like how? Okay. Need to figure that out a little later. Let's get our creatures going. How the hell do I select them? I don't know. I still feel like this feels a bit worse in a lot of regards compared to Dungeon 3. I cannot really pinpoint it. It seems more simplified. Obviously, I don't like the snorting, as 16 snorts is basically nothing. It's a huge nothing bird. Yeah, it's so slow. And let's go on the offensive, I guess.
It's payday.
Don't think I can build any more units in this one, so let's try to break in. Where can I actually drop? Can I drop you guys here? Yeah, okay. Do I have any spells? Doesn't seem like it. No. Or I'm completely missing them. Oh, I picked all of them up. How? Cannot look here.
A new area of the dungeon has been discovered.
Whoa, don't go into the lava, please. What is wrong with you? Come on, guys, break through. Man, that dude is tanky. Well, we are making progress, even though just little by little and step by step. Are they having flamethrowers? Oh my god. Scary. Can I now finally do these? Yeah. Could still upgrade those. Didn't realize that. Let's get the snort upgrade. At least some more. We also can build a throw room. Okay, okay, okay. Coming back to that one. Seems to be an upgrade for the dungeon,
Creatures
right?
has died. I'm sure you're shedding a tear right now as you hire the next 3. Later, you may also be able
Exactly
to
that.
resurrect these creatures.
What's one dead creature if it gets one closer to the goal of freeing me? Come on! Free me already, you rotten maggots!
I'm working on Talia. They are just really slow, those rock maggots.
A new area has been unearthed in the dungeon.
So hard to see anything in these blobs. Do we even have an exit to the upper world? I'm not sure we found it yet. Ah, it's, I guess, this elevator.
A new area of the dungeon has been discovered.
Okay. Not sure those are two great discoveries, but it's okay. Just try. Okay, I still cannot. Okay, I thought I might be able to drop them just there, but I don't know. Think it should have been possible. Maybe I did do a misclick. Hold on. Ah, okay. Let's just try going straight for that dungeon heart. In that case, mine heart. Oi! I'm killing your dungeon heart. Oh no, are they riding on goats? This is awesome. So cute.
You have unearthed a new area in the dungeon.
Are they getting stuck in there? Nice. And I remember I forgot to place that.
It's payday.
Oh, hold on.
The dwarves were defeated for the time being.
I think this one.
Satisfied,
For
the essence
free.
of absolute evil rubbed something together that could perhaps pass for 2 hands together. The all-destroying evil had conquered the exit. This left the way to the surface open
You
for
goat
its
riders
troops.
disgust me. Nah, actually not. 19 snorts way too less, I don't know. I'm still a bit cranky here about that fact, because I was a snort addict or worker addict. I think we should be able to go to the upper world, right? Or is there still anything? No. Okay. Still had some buildings that I didn't build yet. So maybe try to get those. No upgrades available, but I don't have any money. So, not too surprising. they actually built the creator mod and everything? Yes, okay, they did. I mean, if they reduce the number of snorts, maybe make it possible to give them
A new
priorities or
area has
something.
been unearthed in the dungeon.
I'm really not kind of, I don't know. It feels off. Let's just put it like that. The game feels a little bit off. There we go. Money. Right, not too much money, but some money. Huh? Oh, okay. I guess this throne room is just... Oh yeah, a little addition. So how do I get these? Oh, I don't have 400. That's my problem. I think my snorts need to pick that up, which they are not doing right now. Let's put that gemstone. Wasn't there also a treasury somewhere here? Okay, no. Let's put it in there. Well, I got enough money for sure now. At least for the time being. Let's see, can I go upwards?
The absolute evil
Yes.
creatures blinked a little as they stepped into the glaring light of the sun. Finally, they could lay waste not only to the boring corridors of the dungeon, but also to the lush green meadows of the overworld. A new area of the dungeon has been discovered.
I feel like the UI is a little bit overstacked. Like there's just too much, and it's maybe a bit too big overall. I'm still even not sure what a ward of evilness is. Or better said, supposed to be. I mean, it's not like I can build anything called like that. So this is a bit confusing right now.
A new area of the dungeon has been discovered.
What am I missing? Where's this supposedly vault of evil? Cannot unlock it? I'm just
The
seeing if
horrific
there's like
evil had destroyed a
anything
camp
I'm
in
getting
the
when I upgrade
overworld.
those,
The
but
defeated heroes ran away crying and tried to entrench themselves behind even higher walls.
also dislike that they're always immediately running back to their sleeping places. You shall fight. Let's get the flamethrower first. Probably is a good thing to take him out. Ah, this will take some time. Let's have a look at the dungeon. Okay, at least they did my insane workload I gave them. So we should be able to get... Oh no, never mind. Already got that. Okay, how the hell am I supposed to build this? And where? Give me that building. Is this a bug?
The
What am I
vile
missing?
evil
I feel
had
like...
destroyed another of the heroes' camps.
Is it
Screaming
here?
at the
Should it
top
be
of their
here?
voices, the survivors took to their heels. Ding dong! It's payday!
I don't know. Yeah, if I at least could do that, that would be so awesome. Let's just keep going.
Oi, I have to protect the blueprint, Snookums. Otherwise, the orcs will eventually end up building some decent machinery here. Well then, keep your chin up, Toodles.
Let's get that
Brynhild,
flamethrower quick
what
again.
are you doing?
And then
I thought your dwarves could
go to
easily
just
handle a few
tanking
orcs.
Problems, brother?
them
mine?
down.
Oh, what a shame. I had actually already planned on making myself a tea set out of dwarf skulls.
Talia, your evilness truly knows no bounds. These dwarves are part of the Alliance of Good. You were also once part of that alliance.
The path to the dwarves' oversized hammer lay open. The trembling heroes prepared themselves for the final battle.
I'm still really not exactly sure what to think of this game. I feel like it's more of the same, but then again it's less complex. There's some really bad design choices. Give me back my snorts. I want to be able to pay and get the number I want, and not like being bound to
You
some
have lost a
strange
creature
upgrade stuff.
forever.
Yeah, poor creature. You shall be remembered, Miffy. He was Miffy, the orc. I probably should be killing those guys instead of fighting the tanks. And at this point the Nagas hopefully also join the fray or the battle. And even though I'm kind of lazy right now, obviously I need more meat up there. What? One died immediately? What happened? That doesn't seem right. There he is. You guys, get to the front. Oh, we're already fighting. I didn't realize that. You sneaky
Your
bastards.
army has just decreased in size due to death.
But when it cleans out like that, you obviously can start doing micro, so... Not saying it's impossible, I'm just saying when there's a lot of enemies, it's like really hard. What the hell? Okay. All set. Well, I could have played this way better, but then again, I don't really feel challenged, so I don't feel like I need to. Where the hell am I dropping these creatures? Right inside the wall? What's that? It shouldn't even be possible. I just sent up the reinforcements in case they are needed, but let's keep pushing forward. Lazy orcs. Destroy that, please.
Heyday! Creatures are collecting.
I still don't know why I
their
wasn't able to build this one. I don't know. I might be missing something fundamentally. But then again, I really don't know what it would be. Tried to check out all the research, I checked all the tabs. I don't know. Just don't know where this is supposed to be.
The dwarven equipment spectacularly went up in flames, which was rather odd, as the creatures had only been hitting the thing with their weapons. But fine, perhaps horde weapons were made of flint. Yet the distraction provided by the dwarven intervention had shifted the destruction-loving evil's focus long enough for Talia and her stepbrother Tristan to disappear into the distance. With an imaginary sigh, the staggering evil took one last look around before setting off in pursuit. The path led to the Hellwoods, an eerie place claimed by the demonic creatures of the underworld.
Well, yeah. I mean, as an impression of the game, this is, I think, enough. To be honest, I'm a little bit disappointed, as I don't feel this make any step forward from the last one. But hopefully it might still have some redeeming qualities in form of storytelling, humor, and mission design. This was awfully a lot of the same. I mean, I feel like I played this mission before just with different skins and characters, but yeah. Also kind of uncertain about this game. I mean, if you like dungeons, obviously this can be good for you, or to be enjoyed by you. But otherwise, I don't think it will draw in a new crowd. The simplifications are just not convincing. Maybe it's also coming out on consoles, I really don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Have you ever played Dungeons? What do you think about this one? Or have you even played this one? Hope to have you back for another video. Wishing you a great day and see you soon.